Hi, here we are with the Argument of Definition essay, the second essay of our semester. The Argument of Definition essay is to be a minimum of 1,500 words in which you present and support an argument of definition as defined, you like that, in Everything's an Argument, Chapter 9. So, clearly, first thing you ought to do is read Chapter 9. Your essay must cite a minimum of 6 outside sources, 5 of which originate in print or have print analogs. This, of course, is the same as for the argument of fact. These sources must be presented in correct MLA fashion with both parenthetical in-text documentation and a works cited page. Okay. Dictionaries and encyclopedias and other general reference works do not count as sources. Now let me just comment on this because obviously, on this assignment, a lot of people do like to use dictionaries, and a dictionary can be a nice starting point for this essay. But it doesn't count as one of your 6. You're not going to impress me by having a bunch of dictionary definitions. In addition, you must have at least 2 notes done in MLA format. Now, notes are, well, there are 2 kinds of notes. There are content notes and there are bibliographic notes. If you look in the MLA, you'll see that. Content notes talk about something in addition to whatever is being talked about in your essay. It kind of expands on an idea, perhaps, in a way that really isn't part of the main line of thought. Or bibliographic notes, which talk something about the source, the author or the publication or the organization, what have you. The notes are not, repeat, not documentation. Okay? We still use the regular MLA documentation. Now the topic will be a topic of your own choosing, but just as a reminder, there are a few topics that are off limits: abortion, death penalty, child abuse, and religion. Certainly there are many other topics to choose from. You must also provide a word count of your essay at the end of your text. Do not include the name block, works cited, or table or figure in your word count. Now, process. You are to submit a proposal to me on Canvas by Monday, March 11th, 11:59 p.m. The proposal should be written as described in Chapter 9, page 217. This time we will use the Tolman model. So include claim, reasons, warrants. Okay, so you'll see that breakdown on page 217. In addition to what is described there, I want you to include 3 sources in an annotated bibliography, which means including an MLA entry and a paragraph of description and evaluation of each source. I want you to check out the sample proposal in the definition module. And I mean the one in the definition module. It's different from the one in the fact module. The fact module, we didn't talk about Tolman. You are going to have to read about Tolman before you do this proposal. So it's different. So the definition module has a sample with a claim, reasons, warrants breakdown. Now I will be creating work groups to which you will submit a rough draft by Wednesday, March 20th, 11:59 p.m. Okay, for peer editing within the group, just like we did in the fact essay. This draft should be as full and complete as possible, meeting all minimum standards required for the assignment. The more work you put into the draft, the better your final draft will be. Based on previous experience, I can tell you that the difference in the grades of essays that have been peer edited and those that have not is striking. Be sure to consult the out-of-class essay guidelines and the MLA handout so you avoid errors in presentation and style. The peer editing is to be done by Friday, March 22nd, 11:59 p.m. You will need to revise and polish your essay and turn in the final draft on Monday, April 1st, 11:59 p.m. Ooh, look at that. That's a lot of time between the 22nd and the 1st. Why is that? Well, because we have spring break. Now, you don't have to work on the class at all during spring break, and you still will have the same basic amount of turnaround that you had in a normal week. Or you can spend some of that spring break making your final paper even better. No late essays will be accepted without a verifiable medical or legal excuse. So keep in mind the minimum requirements: at least 1,500 words, at least 6 sources, all cited, at least 5 of those originate in print or have print analogs, meaning there are books, magazines, newspapers, journal articles, government reports, things like that. You may always have more. You may always have more than the minimum. You need to have at least 2 notes presented in MLA format. They could be endnotes or notes that appear at the bottom of the page, right? And endnotes basically are collected in a page at the end of the essay. Footnotes, which are more common, of course, are at the bottom of the page. Again, check the MLA to see how that's done. MLA format for both in-text and works cited page, of course. All right. Good luck.